Happy New Year! Long time no see, right? It's Lenora / Nita Ray, that's my artist name, and today is Vulnerability Wednesdays, right? Isn't that insane of me to just come back talking about what day it is? Like I've been on here and I haven't, lol. So today's vulnerability is going to be about how shit 2025 was. It was like a big sack of poop wrapped up in a bag that someone lit on fire and then threw into my house, and then my house burnt down. That's how shit 2025 was. First update though, my hair is grown, clearly. Can we see? My hair is growing. So I started 2025 doing a 75 hard, and not hard, medium, baby please, a 75 medium, and I did actually decently. Like I was working out, I was eating decent, I was doing all the things, but I was also having like very terrible menstrual cycles and all of that. And so then I went in to get evaluate to see, like, okay, let me just find out if I have endometriosis or not, because I had suspected it, right, or whatever. And then I find out in like April that the ultrasound that was done 2 years ago actually could have been used to diagnose me with endometriosis. Don't we love this medical system, right? It's just amazing. So while I'm going through all of this, my partner ends up dislocating her knee for the umpteenth time, but the issue was that it was like a point of no return. And so then we find out that she needs to get surgery. So I'm like going through this whole endometriosis thing. We find out that she needs to get surgery. That's like May. And then in July, I get the official endometriosis diagnosis, and then within that same 2-week period, I also get diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease, whatever it's called. Now, this whole period of like January through July, I'm feeling like shit. Like I'm feeling terrible. Like my muscles are literally like starting to atrophy because I'm so tired. I can't, like, I'm just laying down, sleeping and working. Like that's my whole life, sleep and work. And like I'm still trying to do the things. I'm still like trying to go on trips and stuff like that, but I'm having a terrible time, honestly, truly. So after I get these diagnoses, that's like July, and then July through today, I've been like gluten free. So that was a whole period of adjustment. And then while I'm adjusting to being gluten free and like trying to allow that to do its thing so I can get my energy levels back up, I do get to a decent place, right? And then my partner has our surgery in October, and of course that's like stressful. So then of course we have flare-ups and things, and so it was just 2025 was just, it just put me in a state of just things I never thought would ever happen. And the reason that it was so hard was because I was feeling physically miserable, and I was also having to support my partner, who was also physically miserable. Like we were both going through physical challenges for majority of the year. And while that's happening, there's also like family and personal stuff happening too, and different things that me and my partner as a unit have to show up and be like supportive cast for as well. So we didn't even like really have the time to really focus on our own things that were happening, because we were also had to show up for other people in our lives. To make matters worse, and to make it realize like how much more devastating it was, the year started off great. Like I had a whole moment with God where it was just like, yo, Lenora, like pursue your purpose, do your thing, make the music, like this is for you, girl, this is for you, just do it. And so I'm going in feeling great mentally and like spiritually, feeling connected with God, feeling close with God, and then I get sick, and then I start to feel like God is just kind of like inching away from me. And then I end up in like August, September, having like a little breakdown. I had to like cancel all my clients because my partner helped me realize that I was like angry with God, because I felt like God abandoned me. Like I felt like God kind of like led me on and then abandoned me. Like I felt like it was like, oh yeah, I got you, girl, trust me, put your trust in me, like we gonna do this music thing, but also I'll be right back. So that was really hard and tough to like deal with and cope with. And so really I spent a lot of that year being angry, and then I also like did a whole deep dive on like the ties of like Hashimoto's to trauma, and like that made me go through this whole thing with my own family, and it was just a lot. So now we are in January of 2026, and I'm feeling better. The gluten-free and all the supplements and things are helping a bit with the Hashimoto's, and I'm feeling optimistic, and that's low-key, high-key triggering me. And it's triggering me because this is how I felt at this point last year. And that just feels like, am I setting myself up? Like, what's really happening? So, the whole point of this video is that, one, I wanted to share and be transparent of, just the things that I've gone through. And also I wanted to talk about the things that I've learned from going through all of that too, because as an artist, it's already hard to put yourself out there, be vulnerable, share your music, share your time, share your talent. And then on top of that, I'm having health issues. And for those who don't know, I'm a therapist. I see people and talk to people just about every single day, and I started to feel like a hypocrite. I started to feel like, Lenore, how are you going to help these people with their lives? How are you going to guide them? And you don't even have your shit together right now. You just feel miserable and not good. And I felt abandoned, and I felt hurt, and I felt angry, and it was just so many negative emotions. And I really had to do a hard left, because it came a moment in time when I was talking to my wife, and it was just you can't heal being upset and angry. You cannot heal like this, that. You can't. So I had to one, accept where I was at and come to terms with the fact that the things that I have been doing and the ways that I have been living my life when it comes to my time and my energy and all of that had to shift dramatically. And I also had to realize that I needed to find gratefulness. Shout out to my friend, because she said that to me over and over again. But I really needed to find gratefulness, because if I would not, I would just be bitter and angry, and that didn't feel good either. So now I'm really learning how to trust God and be grateful in the midst of feeling like shit, absolute dog shit. And the biggest thing that I feel like I learned was that I was giving away too much of my time and energy and just my light to people who was not careful and kind and honoring it. I wasn't. And you can do that when you're fine, because it's a difference when you have a cup that's 80% full and you're pouring it all out and you're leaving yourself 20%. It's okay, whatever. I've lived with 20%. I'm an oldest daughter. I've lived with 20%. You know what I mean? But when my cup was starting at the day at 20%, I had nothing. And I realized that I needed to learn that I need to preserve my cup. If I'm really going to do this thing, if I'm really going to go out there and be this person, be this artist, be this creative, I can't just be giving it up and giving it away to everybody. I need to have that for myself. And that was really hard, a really, really hard lesson to learn, because I really pride myself on being someone who is helpful in healing. I really just want to help and heal people. And I've had to learn / still learning how to do that without depleting myself and my resources. So I'm not saying I got the shit figured out, because I don't. I'm still struggling. Currently, I still feel like shit. This endometriosis is really beating my ass. But I wanted to come on here and be transparent. I think this is a great way to start, me jumping back into social media, because you really can't make it without being on social media anyway. But I think it's a great way to jump back into it, because I wanted to be honest and vulnerable and raw and come to you all and be yeah, life was shit for me too, and I'm trying to find a way to move through it and learn from it and not let it make me miserable and bitter. So, here's to Imaginary Drink 2026 being a better year, and hopefully that I can continue to find gratefulness and love throughout all of this. Okay, bye.